Well, you have to be willing to do anything to get your foot in the door to broadcast in minor league baseball and try and get to the big leagues. Mine was agreeing to drive the team bus for the Kinston Eagles in 1986, and I knew I had to learn how to drive the bus before the season started, and I hadn't seen the bus, and a week before the season starts, up comes this thing with black smoke billowing out of the back of it, and Ray Beard, the proprietor of the bus, says, "Welcome to the 62 Ford bus double clutch. It's all yours. Let's go for a ride." So I drove it in the neighborhood for about 30 minutes. He said, "All right, good enough. Let's go to the DMV and take your test." Somehow I passed the test, and a week later I'm driving the Blue Goose and realizing at 4 in the morning as we're heading out on the road that it doesn't stop as quickly, full of players and equipment and suitcases, as it did empty, taking the road test. Right through the first intersection. The players were unhappy. Manager Dave trimmed leg, grit in his teeth, and the vein popping out of his neck. Not happy. We got back off the road trip, and he went to the GM and said, "We got to get us a real bus driver." General manager said, "You're stuck with Steve. He's your man, and he's going to drive the bus." And quite an experience. You had to stop every 2 hours to add oil. It was nasty. Smoke in the bus. Water would leak out of over the sun visor and drop into your lap, which was pleasant in April, going through the Blue Ridge Mountains. It was very cold. And I had an ulcer by the 1st of June. It scared me to death because I had 25 people on the bus and I was not safe. Only knocked down one light pole somewhere in Winston-Salem. I won't say exactly where. I think they're still looking for me. But it was 1 year driving the bus, and I gladly let my operator's license expire at the end of the time. I was riding in the Southern League with the Huntsville team. We're coming back from Florida to Alabama. And the players were really giving the bus driver a rough time, so we stopped at a rest stop, and he quit on the spot. And so the question went around, "Anybody here driven a bus?" And I said, "Yes." And they said, "Will you drive?" And I said, "No." So he went into the truck stop and begged the guy, and he drove us the rest of the way back to Huntsville, but we might not have made it back safely. Nobody's asked me to drive a bus. When I mentioned that I've done it, they all just laugh at me. Gary Cohen, who used to be a broadcaster with the Durham Bulls and has been with the Mets for decades now, we were in the league together that year, and whenever I see Gary, that's the first thing he brings up. "Driven any buses lately?" It's my rep, and you're willing to do whatever it takes to get started, but no, nobody wants me to drive a bus. Nobody. I mean, I'm so short I need about 4 phone books to sit on anyway.